you.
It's a day of celebration.
Yes.
I believe the last where we left off was us getting to Zanzibar.
Yes.
First time back there in 3 years since we've been married.
Yep. And it was special. We stayed in Nungwi this time, which is just 10 minutes away from the beach where we got married on. But the beaches in Nungwi are also like top tier. Like so far, Tanzania, they got the beaches for me.
Yeah,
They got it.
yeah,
But yeah, so we went straight to Nungwi because the first night that we were there, we attended the full moon party at Kendra Rocks Hotel.
yeah. The infamous full moon party. It's the biggest party on the island
New
for New
Year's
Year's
Eve, yep,
Eve.
New Year's Eve, bringing in the new year, just like a big, dope beach party.
Yeah.
The theme color they had everybody come in like white,
Hmm.
so everybody had on white or close to a whitish. But they had different DJs, they had dancers on
It
stilts,
was
like
nuts, man.
it was nuts. They had fire art,
Yeah,
a big buffet with like all types of food, and we danced the night away. I feel like I've said that at least 3 times. We
we
did
love
though.
dancing the night away. If you know us, if you've seen us, we love dancing. We love moving our bodies. And then we're in the motherland. We are.
On the beach where we got married. We're under the stars, like under the it's just like there's a warmth
Yeah.
about Tanzania, or at least in Zanzibar there's a warmth about the space. And we were just like, they were playing some of our favorite music. I'm a piano, Afro beats. They were playing
Yeah.
some dance hall.
Yeah.
I think we heard a little Arbonne come in there. Like
Yup.
they were playing all of our jams, and
Yeah.
we danced the night away. And then actually, my favorite part outside of the party was then we left the party,
Oh yeah.
and then we just like went we just walked down the beach and basically went like hotel hopping, because each hotel had their own different like DJs and parties for New Year's Eve. But they all ended up on the beach. So as we were walking down the beach, we could just, all right, we stopped at the next party and we could hear the next DJ, and we danced on the beach over there. Then we went to the next one and did the same thing. Like that was actually probably the highlight for me. Like that
Yeah.
was so fun.
Yeah. I would say at a certain point, piggybacking on what my wife said, the DJ at the full moon party started to kind of die down after the ball dropped. So we were like, okay, let's see what's up down the beach, because you can literally walk and hotel hop down the beach. Never experienced that before. And like right as like I think one of the spots where like the beach was close, or the water from the beach was close to a hotel, that was a vibe. We
Yes.
caught like right at the end before we left, and we stayed out there and just vibe, yo.
Yep. I put my feet in the water. Like
Yeah.
it was pitch
Yeah.
black. It's like after midnight, but it was that was so fun. I've never done that before either.
Yeah.
And I grew up in a beach town, but I've never been able to do that. Like that was really fun.
Yeah. It was amazing. And then the next day is our anniversary. So we woke up and went back to Kendra Rocks and had dinner on the beach. It was a lot calmer that day. And yeah, man, it was great to not just return, but return purposeful, return intentionally.
Yeah.
All this started from a vision.
Yeah.
Like we had this vision after my contract ended in Vegas, which I will talk about one of these days, and that experience there, working as a full-time performer in Las Vegas, and then ending that contract and buying a one-way ticket to to Kenya.
Yeah.
It was a moment of reflection. I was like, wow, we're really doing this. It's kind of like a midway point almost. Into like the month and a half, 2 months maybe mark, and yeah, celebrating our anniversary. Yeah, I travel. Please travel. Please get out of your
Yes.
state, town, country. It is so imperative that you get out and see the world for real. Yeah,
Agreed.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
But
yeah.
yeah, I love that. Just piggybacking off of that, just the fact that this started off as an idea
Yeah.
that we had, and we didn't even know what it would really look like. Doing it. It's just something that we felt called to do.
Yeah.
And sitting here in Zanzibar, it's a holiday in Zanzibar today. But yeah, sitting here in Zanzibar on our little front porch patio that we're renting right now, in Fumba Town, which is a very newly developed community. Drinking South African red wine, which is really good, by the way. it's like wow, like like look how far we've come,
Yeah.
through these past 6 months. I'm so proud of us.
Same, babe. It's gonna
And we've
be
been killing it.
and oh,
And we've been killing it. All right, we
we
gotta get to
no, you go ahead, say it. Go ahead.
no, we gotta get to Rwanda. But
Yes.
to wrap up Tanzania, at least
Yes.
for that month that we spent there, we celebrated our anniversary. We got to go to a nature preserve to feed the sea turtles,
Mm-hmm,
and that was
mm-hmm,
really cute.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Then going back to Stone Town and seeing some of our friends that we hadn't seen
In 3
in 3 years,
years,
and the embrace that we had from going back
no
there.
contact over the last 3 years. We didn't get
None.
numbers and stuff, but they remembered us. And shout out to Namwe, man.
Yes. Shout out to Damwe.
Yeah,
The way he was so excited to see us, like he hadn't seen his long lost brother and sister, like for years,
yeah,
like ran out of his shop to come and embrace us and hug us. Like
yeah.
that was so special.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was really, really special. Stone Town is very romantic
Mhm.
to us. It just has like the old town vibe. Everything is stone, of course, but it's right by the water. There's great restaurants in Stone Town. We love going and eating at some of our favorite places there.
Yes.
And the Airbnb we booked was top notch, probably top two
Gorgeous. So
Airbnbs
beautiful.
I've ever had stayed in my life. It was amazing. The Airbnb we had booked. And yes, we went back to Dar,
Yes.
which was a chill time. But the next
We got to
high,
see a comedy show, which was fun.
the comedy
Yeah,
show.
the comedy show was a lot of fun.
And that, yes, I know what you're thinking. Some of the jokes were in Swahili. Yes,
I would say most of the jokes were in Swahili.
70%.
Yeah, maybe 60 to 70% for sure. There were definitely a few English speaking comedians that went up there, and the host was also English speaking.
Yeah.
So, but it was just kind of fun to be in that environment, like seeing the other people react to the jokes, seeing like how they kind of like animate,
And tell the story.
Yeah, and tell their stories.
Yep.
It was a lot of fun.
Yep.
So, wow, yeah. So that was actually.
I'm glad
really
you.
cool.
I'm glad you remembered that one because that was also an invitation from our friends that we met in Vegas.
Yep. Shout out to my side.
Yes, like it was. The trip was definitely more enriched with having our friends who are from here, kind of showing us around here and there and making suggestions and stuff. That's always encouraged if you're traveling to a place you've never been before. If you happen to connect with someone who's from there, just like go where the locals go. You know what I'm saying? I don't think we would have heard about the comedy spot unless we would have, been in that a little bit more, that scene. So
absolutely. I'm gonna rewind just slightly back to Zanzibar because before we left, we did get introduced to this really beautiful repat community of Black Americans, from the States, from Europe, from the Caribbean, like from everywhere pretty much, who are now living in Zanzibar. And during that experience where we got to go to a meetup with them and meet a lot of their people from the community. It's really a great community.
Absolutely.
But we got to visit the Box by Ashley Mabey for the first time. We ate some delicious food and we came back the next night. And what did we do? We danced the night again.
Yeah, we definitely turned up in Ashley's spot, and we had since coming back to Zanzibar. That has been, as we know it, a hub for these repats. And major shout out to Ashley, because she has one of the only establishments of a Black woman that's in Stone Town, let alone somebody that is a repat.
For sure.
Somebody that was born in America but wants to come in and come back to the motherland to contribute. And we've met so many great people just being at the Box, literally through her.
Yeah.
So major shout out to Ashley.
Black woman from Philly.
Come on.
Yep.
Come on,
and she's
man.
out here really doing it. Like she's really doing it. Has a beautiful establishment, a restaurant and bar, but she's, hosting different events throughout the week, Mambo. Hosting different events, we're starting to also collaborate with her on some of those events. So all right. Well, I just wanted to backtrack just slightly.
It's so necessary because that feeds into what we're doing now and how that all connects.
Yeah.
But Rwanda was first. We left after the anniversary time,
Mhm.
after the New Year's celebration, made it to Rwanda, and then it turned up to a whole nother level.
Very true.
And I wouldn't think so, because I hear Rwanda is very clean, it's very safe, which it is. It's very, very beautiful. It's so hilly and mountainous.
Beautiful, beautiful views.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, beautiful views.
Mm.
Yeah, while we were in Rwanda, we were connected actually through my brother Daniel. Shout out to Daniel
Mhm.
for giving us some really nice connections for us while we were in Rwanda. But he connected us specifically with the principal of a performing arts school and another like nonprofit organization,
Mhm. Mhm.
a business owner, and so those connections tapped us in with so like good opportunities for us to do while we were there. So we got to visit this performing arts school that they
Mhm.
were like 10 years in
Mhm.
now. Mr. Popo, shout out to Mr. Popo,
Absolutely.
and
Yeah.
Amani and Asher and
Yeah.
all of the dope people that we met there.
Yep.
But
Yep.
they were in the process, right, at that time that they wanted to build and develop their dance and theater school. So us, you know, having experience in dance and theater, shout out
Mhm.
to us.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
We were like, okay, like let's do this. So we helped them build a curriculum. Mind you, the very first dance school in Rwanda,
Mhm.
we helped build that curriculum. So
Absolutely.
we have definitely like had our hand, like we've had our feet on the ground for real. Making an impact in different ways. I'm not just teaching dance, not just battling, not just performing, but also helping to establish things for the youth in Rwanda.
Yeah.
For the future artists and aspiring artists that are in Rwanda right now.
Absolutely. Cheers to us for that.
Yeah.
It's a day of celebration. Don't want to skim over the fact that we totally performed at that art school.
At the art school,
The
yes.
kids definitely pulled us up. Shout out to all the students at the Rwandan School of Music and Art. It was crazy. It got crazy real quick. I don't think they expected that from us, and that's how we like to move. Just keep leaning into the opportunities. You know what I'm saying? They gave us an opportunity to get up and dance, and we danced. And now it seems as if Mr. Popo is going to be giving us hopefully an opportunity to continue doing work at this school. So
Yes.
we're hoping to manifest that, and we loved being in that space around the youth, and that leads into the nonprofit that Daniel,
The
the
foundation,
foundation,
yes.
yes,
So we got tapped
MNH,
in.
MNH,
Yes.
MNH.
Oh, yes. So we got tapped in with MNH. Beautiful. They came to pick us up at our Airbnb, and they took us to the King's Palace, which is maybe like 2 hours away. We got to visit, which is like a walking or kind of like an interactive museum.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Where you get to see like how the kings and queens of Rwanda lived. Like that was really cool to see that, and through the time, like how things have changed,
Yeah.
over time. Saw the most beautiful cows that I've ever seen, and we ate delicious food.
Man.
And that was a day like we were tired by the time we were leaving King's Palace, so we were sleeping on the way back.
Literally. And then when we woke up into walking into the one and only Sherry Silver Foundation's building. Major shout out to Sherry Silver.
Yes.
And we were then judging a dance battle.
Yep.
A group dance battle.
Walked right in. Mind you, we walked right in, and they're like, "Welcome to Sherry Silver Foundation." We get like this whole greeting. They walk us right to the judging table. We were a little late, got stuck in traffic, so they had a crew perform again for us, like while we were there, and it was nice. Like we got to give them feedback. We got to be like embraced so warmly from the dancers. Like they were very grateful to have us there.
Yeah, yeah.
So they all, were giving us the handshake, and just you can just feel the appreciation. Like they were so happy to have us there.
Yeah, you can, like you said, you can feel it. They didn't know us from anything, but they could sense energy, and they were just very, very gracious for us just being in their presence, giving them feedback and spending time with them and pouring into them in those ways.
Yes.
That was an amazing experience.
Yes.
Like shout out to Sherry Silver.
Yes, shout
Because
out to them and
be,
all those beautiful kids. Because
yep.
their energy is unmatched. Like
It's up.
they have the best energy.
Yeah.
It's that was amazing. We were so stimulated after leaving there the first time. And then so we got to meet Sherry Silver actually for the first time at that event, and got connected with her, and we ended up coming back maybe a few weeks later to now teach a master class at her foundation or at her space.
Sherry Silver, mind you, is a world-renowned choreographer and I would say philanthropist. She is from Rwanda, but she does choreography and is known worldwide. And she just makes it a point to come back to Rwanda and pour into her foundation, the Sherry Silver Foundation. Yes. So we love her mission and we really respect her for what she's been doing. And it was a blessing to teach at her foundation.
Of course.
Yeah.
So we agreed to do this master class, not knowing, how many kids were going to show up or anything. There were over 100 dancers ready to dance. We had another really special greeting when we walked in. They, performed for us. They did the traditional dances. We love how Rwandans they do their traditional dances.
Yes.
From the kids to the grandmas, they all know it and can do it very specially.
Yeah.
It's that was special just to see as well.
Absolutely.
But yeah, teaching and being able to just pour into them was something that we're both passionate about, something that has brought us a lot of joy, and seeing the joy on their faces while we were kind of passing it to them, just that was the best reward. That was such a nice, rewarding experience.
Yeah, it was otherworldly teaching so many. You got the nature out here, naturing. It was beyond rewarding teaching so many kids at one time in East Africa. And I would say Rwanda was the country we probably knew the least about getting into this journey. I think we had plane tickets booked up into Rwanda. After that, we were kind of up in the air about where we wanted to go. The original plan was to actually travel more south, but energy was pulling us back to the east into Zanzibar. So being in Rwanda and not knowing a soul personally, and then having all that transpire, it was just another reminder of how leaping is always going to show you something about yourself. Like always, whether you liked what you learned about yourself or you didn't like what you learned about yourself, you have to keep leaping. You have to. If it's calling to you, keep leaping, keep leaping, keep leaping. And that's into what is calling to you.
No, for sure. All right. Well, let's get back into Zanzibar and what we've been doing now. So we've been in Zanzibar for just under 3 months now. Today's May 1st, 2025, by the way. We've been here for just under 3 months, and the first month probably felt a little slow while we were getting adjusted. We got to move into we're renting from a friend of ours that we met also in Las Vegas through the African diaspora community. One of our Tanzanite sisters, shout out to Enzi. But we were able to stay in this beautiful space, actually, that's right behind us here. And we took some time to settle in here. But now it just feels like we're booked and busy again. Here we're at it again.
Yeah.
So through the box that we mentioned, the box by Ashley Maybe, we've been able to start collaborating with her through this breathe, beading, and painting and brunch event that she has on Sundays. And so I lead some breath work before the artists that come in to do some painting or beading, whatever they choose, and then eat food, have your sips. So that's been really cool. And I think through even just stepping up and being open to that opportunity, a lot of other opportunities have been coming from that. So I'm now leading sunrise yoga in the community that we live in Fumba Town at the Chill. on a weekly basis every Friday.
Hmm.
We're sponsoring our first event in Zanzibar coming up,
Yep.
and tell them what else is happening.
And I'll just say that we have a really big event that we're planning for the community, for the dance community in Zanzibar, for the young people. I I'll just say stay tuned.
Yep.
I'll just say stay tuned to see what that event is. But it's something we've never done before, and we're super excited about. And it's only been by way of, like I said before, leaping and leaning into the things that feel maybe not so comfortable, but seeing what that brings. I mean, yeah, we could have cut this trip 3 months in and been successful, but we kept moving forward. And when we got the opportunity to stay longer in Zanzibar, it was revealed to us that we were meant to be here,
Mm-hmm.
as opposed to like a Nairobi where there's so much going on. Zanzibar, there's still a lot of opportunity to
To
build
build, yeah.
and start things. It's just you have to really be here and be talk to the locals and see what's going on to
Yes.
understand that there's things going on here. Yes, but there's so much opportunity to build.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's something that we really love about being here in Zanzibar. Like, it's been, I can't lie, like, yes, this is the place where we got married, but living here has been a whole new experience. Like, we've been falling in love with it.
Yeah.
We've been waking up and getting our workouts in, and then
Hmm.
walking up to the pavilion to get our fresh fruit and our fresh juices. We know how to order fresh produce from the local farm and even some cooked food as well.
Yeah.
So that's been amazing. Just getting to know the people, getting better at our Swahili. Like, it's just been to be able to slow down here in Zanzibar has been really special.
Yeah. Yeah. They say Zanzibar is pole pole. They move slow, slow, but it's once you adjust to that, it makes so much sense.
Yeah.
I think being here has taught me specifically that it's okay to move slow. It's okay when it rains heavy and it might have pushed the plans back, or you have to do it the next day. Like, yes,
Yes.
you want to be on your P's and Q's. Like that New York hustle is a real thing. That Nairobi hustle is a real thing. But it's also beneficial for the spirit, for the mind, for the body to just slow down for a sec, man. Like, it'll be okay. It'll work out. It's a good reminder that yes, we're gonna get shit done, but we're also going to let ourselves rest and relax. And I feel like living in the West for so long, you get caught up in the haraka, the fast pace, and it's like you're almost like rushing to the grave. You don't get a chance to really enjoy the fruits. Like, we don't have everything monetarily, but we've been able to appreciate so much simple things.
Of course.
Oh man, like fresh fruit, or the farm to table and all of the things. Like, it's
Weekly house cleaning.
weekly house cleaning for like $16. Like,
Yeah.
what? Like,
That's on the higher end.
and yeah,
And that's on the higher
that's on the
end.
higher end. And then like giving back in the ways that we've been able to give back to the communities. It does something different to the spirit.
Absolutely.
So being here for the past 3 months and technically living here, I would say,
Yeah.
um
No, we're living here.
yeah.
Paying rent, what? We pay utilities, pay for the internet. Like,
Yeah.
no, we're doing laundry.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, what? We're living here.
Yeah.
I changed my hair a bunch of times.
So I would say people that are curious about specifically Zanzibar, like long term, like we have some things to tell you.
Yeah.
We have some pro tips.
Definitely.
Yeah, and stay tuned because we will be dropping all of that. This was just the first recap since the last time that we were able to settle ourselves and be like, man, let's update our folks that care about our journey, that want to
Yeah.
pour into us with staying up with what we're doing. So yeah,
Yeah.
it's a blessing.
It's been definitely a blessing. And just, I mean, I'm inspired by my own journey, but I hope that, that those of you that are watching, even when things feel impossible and sound crazy to other people, if something is calling you, follow, like follow whatever that is, like answer the call, and I promise you, like that'll be the best reward for you. Like just answering the call, like just showing up, because then you don't even know like what blessings or what opportunities are going to come towards you by just you making the choice to show up and doing something that you felt led to do. So.
I couldn't agree more. And I'm not even going to hold y'all up.
Yep.
That was a great point to end it on. Please stay tuned for the next vlog. We drop a lot of shorts, but we're going to be dropping some more vlogs, capturing and telling you guys about our current journeys. It won't be another 6 months before you see us. But yes, much love and light. I am Hashim.
I'm Crystal.
And we are Black Love.
Black Love. Black Love to the world.
To the world, man.
All right. Cheers to y'all. We'll see you soon.
Peace.